Hello replay viewers, welcome back to the Woodlands campsite in Devon. G'day Kobe, g'day Maddie, g'day Pluckmay on your first day in Periscope, g'day Nurse Nurse, g'day Ava. Thank you for sharing. So back on the campsite today, no drives off down to the coastline. It's pretty nice here. Hello Maddie, the real Casey Jason, making the rounds exactly. G'day Monique, thank you for inviting Maddie. Okay, so a bit of a look at the colour coming in the sky. Sunrise is due in about 10 minutes I think. And I'm at the edge of the campsite and I'm about to head off into the forest. Oh, Miss Nurse, thank you for the super heart. Again, no requirement for super hearts. I'll probably never get anything out of it myself, but it's good to thank Periscope, if nothing else. So, I haven't walked in here before, we'll see what we can find. Supposedly for cycling. And no dogs allowed. So I think it's just a loop. We'll see how far it is. Oh, g'day Daya Curvy Nod and alright on your first day in Periscopes. G'day Happy Lady Smile. Feels very wobbly today. Is the video clear enough? It looks wobbly to me. Is it stable enough, I mean? Maybe a wolf will pop out. Yeah, still at the camp. The camp's just over there. That view was down the track. Yep, one more night. Now, at the campsite, we extended an extra day. We would have extended 2, but our site is in use and we're not going to move. We're not going to pack up the tent and move somewhere else. There goes something running away over there. Around the corner. Hey, Mikey Mike. So quite a view out through there. What's there? The animal, I'm not sure what it was. This looks like they've built rooms as if they were going to have campsites in amongst the trees as well. See, it's all planted into individual rooms. I'd quite like camping out in one of these. It'd be a bit like wild camping. How's the weather? Much the same. It's going to be, it's 13 degrees now. And I didn't look at it's going to be about 20 I think today. We're planning to go to the beach this morning. Whether we'll swim or not, I'm not sure. Oh, probably the boogeyman den, yes. Could well be, see? All the way through. But as far as I know, they don't allow camping in here. I hope they don't, because I'm talking as if there's nobody here. There goes a rabbit. Yes, better watch out for the boogeyman in here. So, and if any of you noticed my title, I'm dressed as in my Pikachu suit, my Pikachu onesie. I'll give you a quick look. Hang on, let me turn it this way. Don't know how well you can see. Oh, where's my? Better put the hood on. See, there you go. I've even got a tail. So I'm actually Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Mercenaries. I presume you were talking about my onesie. Let's go back this way. So I'm planning to do a walk through here because I thought there might be a nice view of the sunrise from here. Malam, hello. Kitty's missing out, yes. Ah, well. Her loss, eh? You know, she'll have to watch the replay, but if she was here live, she might have even got me to twerk or something like that. Here, kitty, kitty. Oh, lamb is here, all right. Lamb's not the same as kitty, you realise, though. No offence. So, this looks more like it might be the end. But I need to find somewhere to go and have a look through the boundary trees. Explore a bit further, see what we can see over the horizon, or across the far horizon. It looks a bit misty out here. Oh, I could have been walking all the way along here. Yeah, shout out Hutches, Kells, Dave, Pete Foss and Killer Kate. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you for the prompt. Michael Out missing. So I can't see. Oh yeah, it's foggy. Look. Can you just see? There's some. I'm holding the. No, you don't get a shout out because you're here. Is that some. I'm holding my phone up as high as I can because I can't see. But if I zoom, look, that's some tree line over there and it must be all fog. Is it fog and mist or mist on the field there? Let's have a look around this way towards the pink. We've got a bit of pink. Zoom out again. I need to find a gap to see through properly. So I'm not going through there, and this looks like it's the end. I'd probably got stuck in the traffic. I tell you, the traffic's bad in Sydney, and he really gets around. He goes to lots of places in Sydney, and there's a lot of driving. Oh, I found a little nook. That's what you need. I have to push through the trees here. If I come across somebody, they're going to really think it's funny with a Pikachu crawling under the bushes. Oh, look, there's a whole another realm here. Oh, 20,000. What's that? Signal may drop, yeah. Seems to have been good so far. Actually, it's pretty bad right at our tent. Inside our tent, you can't there. And I'm walking around in my Pikachu onesie, which I showed you a bit. Looks like we've reached the end again. This one's got a branch blocking it. A little natural gate. A landscape picture or a portrait Pikachu. Hello, Pakistan. So the road I walked along should be just over there. Anyway, bear with me. I'll be on a. Hopefully, Pikachu will get to go on the roller coaster scene, or at least the sack ride or something like that. Grainy, sorry about that, happy guy. It will improve. Bear with me. Bear with me. It could be just that it's dark as well. Yes, that's right, Michael. It's yep, the algorithm has detected that the video quality is so low, the audio quality is so low, you probably can't understand me. The only way we can communicate is by typing. Well, they aren't getting through. Oh, come on, I've been responding to all your comments. Shit, I'm not tracking my exercise again. We're out into the light. Look at that. I'll just hold that there to so we can survey the light. So sunrise should be around about now when we get a clear view of the horizon. Pokemon suit, but I should be here again. So this is the boundary fence, so it's probably just... Can you see it clearly enough? This is pretty exciting for me. It's even coming towards me. There we have signal. I don't care if you can see this or not. I'm just going to enjoy. Of course I know I can see Michael's typing something, supposedly. Yeah, come this way, buddy. A womble. Oh, it could be. Yeah, no, Mark's gone off to his other parts of Devon today. I don't know exactly where in Devon he lives, but it mustn't be that close, because he said he hadn't been to Dartmouth for years and years. So that was pretty good yesterday. I hope you enjoyed that. G'day Dave, check out this hedgehog. So do you have hedgehogs like this in North America? I presume it's going to run away when it realises that I'm here. But it must be pretty deaf. No, my wife has strict instructions against hedgehogs, so I'm going to be in trouble again when she sees this on the replay. Something else is making like a honking sound. It's not the hedgehog, trust me. It's coming from over there, across the fence. So, given that this thing doesn't seem to realise that I'm here, I'm going to try and get a bit closer. Because that's maximum zoom. It's probably about 6 or 7 metres away from me. Do I like Brexit? Nope. But it doesn't matter much at the moment because we're not doing anything, not going anywhere. No, that's not true. It's more harmful for in the long term. Oh, did you hear that neighing in the background? That wasn't Pikachu either. Hey, so what's this? What would this be? This is like a... There's got to be a hedgehog sort of Pokemon. No, I still don't like Brexit. That's twice you've asked. Victor? Yeah, she'll be upset. The answer over here. Hey, do you like Pokemon? This way, that's it. This is good, it's coming to me, I don't need to move any closer. Just come out of here a little bit further, the grass is a bit shorter, just come over that last clump and then we'll be able to see you better on this grass, come on. This is great exercise, by the way. Yeah, well there, now you've got your Pikachu. I did get that joke before as well, Michael. I mean, it's a good one, it's worth repeating. Yeah, I'm a hedgehogger. I don't like to share my hedgehog. Not even with you or Kitty, and Kitty. No, is it? Oh, well, as far as I know, it's a hedgehog, but I'm really not an expert. No, it's got to be a hedgehog. No, don't go that way, not that way, no. Maybe it was probably when the signal was breaking down. Well, I think it's gone now. Sonic. No, it's not Sonic. It's pretty slow. About 1.5 meters away from it now, so it's hiding. It obviously knows I'm here. So they don't burrow like the Australian echidnas do. Just going in there and playing dead. It's not very well. It's a hedgehog. Press 2. Kitty Guava, good morning. See you, I'm safe, exactly. So this is exciting for me. This is the first time I've seen a hedgehog whilst dressed in a Pikachu suit. No, actually, it's the first time I've seen a... Look! It's one of those gates. So definitely the road I walked on is along there. Periscope first. Yep, okay. So this is the boundary fence. I walked along the other side of this boundary fence the other day. Look at that! Look at that! There's actually a ball of sun down there. Oh, I feel very tingly after my first hedgehog. So no one answered me. Do you have hedgehogs in North America? In Australia we have echidnas. Okay, enough of this. Let's go out and look at the actual sunrise. You do? Okay. Oh, I didn't bring my secondary device. Your daughter's animal sitting a hedgehog. Wow. Look at this, look at this. So you can obviously camp in this part. Well, it looks like you should be able to camp in this part. Look at that colour. Look at that colour. That's the best colour I think I've ever had for a sunrise. Look at that. So what does she have to feed it? You have to go and collect ants. Wow, look at that. Look at the mist. Beauty mist. Well, they're obviously only coming out larvae, okay. Oh, someone's awake early down there. Get back to sleep, will you? G'day, Dave. Again. G'day, Pericadius. How nice is that? Look at the layers of trees. Yeah, Sunny Sun should be here. Well, we've got the Sunny Sun, but Sunny Sun herself is not here to enjoy. So, I really need to... Oh, hang on. With my Pikachu suit, look, screenshot that. Oh, wow, look at that. Almost as beautiful as Kitty, almost. And, oh, can't do it now. I have to go this way. Show you my tail. Look at that. I've got a stripy bum and a yellow tail. Just like a real Pikachu. How good is that? Real show you came for. Pika pika. Thanks for sharing, Michael. I don't know if I held it long enough to be able to grab it as the screenshot, as the, what you call it, the thumbnail. The real Pikachu, yeah, in the forest, hunting for battles. People look at you funny. Well, I haven't seen a person yet. Magnifique, thank you, Dark Will. You're talking about the Pikachu suit or the sunrise? No, lots of people wear onesies around the campsite, so it's not that odd, and I haven't left the bounds of the campsite. But I have to admit, it is more children wearing onesies than grown-ups, and I haven't seen anyone in a Pikachu. Well, Kitty, you know what the answer to that is. The hedgehog liked it. If anyone joined my OnlyFans, okay, I promise I'll give you a sexy video. Well, as sexy moves as I can manage in my Pikachu set. I'll put one up there on OnlyFans. If anyone joins. This is amazing though. I shouldn't be ruining this with Pikachu view, should I? It looks quite different on the camera to what I'm seeing. I've actually got my hand held up blocking the sun directly, but it's yeah, it's quite blue up there. Yeah, Michael, you'd give me a wide berth. Well, that was the idea. That was that Pikachu. Thank you, Dark Will. So, for those who are enjoying the Pikachu views and the Pokemon talk, well, if you play Pokemon Go, let me know and I'll send you my Pokemon Go code, and we can be Pokemon friends. If you're here for the sunrise, you probably won't see a sunrise. I might come back here tomorrow morning. It's because that's pretty amazing, isn't it? So tomorrow morning is our last morning here, and I'll be back to Woking sunrises that aren't really quite this spectacular, but they have their own charms. And so I do this every morning, just about, except for when I don't. And so you can follow me and come back and see all of this again. Maybe I could even wear my Pikachu suit on my morning walk in Woking. We'll see. Luckily it's warm enough for it this morning. It was a bit warmer than it's supposed to be. It was going to be 10 like it was yesterday, but it's 13, which is not bad for such a clear day like this. So let's go this way. But I really don't want to walk through this. Looks like I'm going back into the campsite. But I didn't really want to go into the campsite yet. Anyway, stay tuned. When the sunrise disappears, thank you, Monique. Sunrise is pretty good too, isn't it? When my view of the sunrise disappears, I'm going to go walking again. Oh, looks like there's an opening over there. Good. Exactly, Michael. I scope every day except when I don't. Well, it gives people a lot to go on. They know that they can come and see me whenever I'm scoping at the same time, pretty much. Even the times. Normally about 5:15 UK time, except when the sun gets up a bit later and it's a bit cold, or if I have some other reason to change the time. Yeah, everyone's going to sleep. That's the problem. I'm actually part of the okay. Bye-bye to the sun for now, because I'm going to head back into the forest, see if I can find any other Pokemon or hedgehogs. Or Sonic, yeah, Sonic. Is that the same, who owns Sonic? Is it Nintendo? Truly beautiful. And the view as well, don't you think? Very wet toes again. Hey, I really need some Pikachu boots, I guess. Exactly. Maddie's the same as me. You follow the same pattern as me. This time I'm going to keep left. That looks like a dead end. I heard something. I thought I heard some heavy footsteps over there. G'day, Becky. No, I don't need to run. I'll just, I want to make noise, then all the animals will run away. G'day, Becky. Hey, I saw a hedgehog. My first ever hedgehog. I can capture any other Pokemon we find. Or try it. Oh, so look, it's cleared up already. When I was here 10 minutes ago, it was exactly this spot where I held up my camera for you to see, and you could just see a tree line across the fog, but now you can see grass, right? So the mist there has cleared up already. Okay. So did I say, I'm going to head down into the theme park next and see if Pikachu can go on any of the rides. I should at least be able to go on some of the bar of my camera, but we'll see what we can do. How the signal goes. Yeah, this is a lot of grass to mow for no real good reason. It's just been freshly mown. Maddie's back. How come it said Maddie joined, but you're still okay? Trying to get my heart rate up. At least got it to 108. Let's go down this way. Oh, you can't see the sun. Hang on. Come on. How nice is that? G'day, Kjolek Martin. Is that water? No, there's no, well, it's only water in the air, but there's no bodies of water that we can see. That would be, well, so the ocean is out that way. We possibly could see ocean over there if we had a good, I'm fine, thank you, and the weather is too. Hills, that's the hills, yep. Awesome, Mary's back. Sorry, I didn't notice you were gone either, I have to say. Oh, I noticed, now that I'm thinking about missing people, I noticed that Kitty's gone. I think I was even talking about her as if she was here, and she's not even here. Oh, my feet are another level of wet now. You can probably even hear the squelching now. Kitty's back. Oh, I did miss you, Kitty. You're the only one I noticed was gone. Yeah, the gulls. I love the sound of the gulls. Okay, I've got to get back on the hard path. Oh, so squelchy. No, I'm not getting off. I'll probably be another hour if my battery allows. I've had a slight administrative hitch in that I don't have a battery pack with me because I don't usually need one. I usually have my phone charging overnight, but in the campsite I don't have a cable close enough to me, but I need to have my phone at my pillow, of course, so I can listen to things to help get to sleep. So therefore I start off with my battery at about, I didn't check this morning, yesterday it was 76% or 86%, was it? I don't know. Are they footsies? What are footsies? Are they things, foot things that go with onesies? I did feel that I was slightly out of character wearing my red runners, Ville shoes. What are footsies? Are they like ballet shoes or something? Oh. Well, yeah, some of them do have, some onesies do have feet built in, right, don't they? Not this one. They've got elastic around the ankles like that. Okay, so here we are back where I came in. Let's have another last look at the sun, because we probably won't see it again very much, I would say. I guess it's rising, so it might chase us down into the valley. Oh, but it was pretty exciting to see a hedgehog. Is anyone else excited? Okay, back to my whispering voice while I walk through the campsite. Past the campsite. So these on-site vans here, permanent cabins. I checked at reception because my wife's got a friend who wants to find somewhere to come on holidays, but they don't have a tent or a caravan. But this is for staff, so I better be particularly quiet going past the staff quarters, or else they'll tell me you're not allowed to film on the campsite, and then there'll be no more Pikachu periscopes. Well, no more here anyway. How come I have more viewers when I start whispering? And no comments? And no hearts? Oh, wait a minute, I do have comments, I just didn't read them. I can get a headband with built-in headphones that acts as a sleep mask. Oh yeah, a sleep mask. No, I don't like sleep mask. I don't like... Does Pikachu count as public access? So annoying. So annoying. Hey, but I can tell you that where we're going to go through the theme park, I explored with the family the other day all the way down to the end, and there was this little path that went off into the forest. So I'm going to go and try to go down there. Yeah, everyone's joining for the ASMR. Maybe I'm in the ASMR channel. Maybe there is an ASMR channel. I don't know. Actually, now I need to be really quiet because my tent is just over there. And if I wake up my wife and kids now, that'll be the end of going on the slide with the Hessian sack. Yeah, good morning, Katie. Is it a nice morning in London? Really, you saw a beautiful girl and she's in my scope. Did you see Katie? Or is it Kitty? Or is it Mary if she's still here? Oh, I don't know who else is here. Who could it be? I wonder. Oh, I'm glad you whispered that. Actually, I just realised, which end of the phone am I supposed to whisper into? I think the bottom right. Actually, so you can buy a caravan and you can store it. You can't keep your caravan in your driveway. So we would have space in our driveway, but I'm not sure if we'd be allowed to. We actually talked about getting a caravan, but I think maybe next year there'll be lots for sale, or whenever the travel restrictions are lifted. Everyone's gone camping this year, like us. Pop on the tent. Maybe I will. What can I throw over? See if I can get the tent. Actually, you probably missed all that flood at first. Now I think we have no comments again. Is that because everyone's just too busy enjoying my whispering? Oh, they saw me. They've I've seen someone walking around the campsite where their phone has a red case and a Joby handle. You know, they'll go back and tell their wife, look, you won't imagine. I've seen Michael's comment about me whispering into the right end, and then Kitty Guava's joined twice and nothing else. Oh, a few hearts, thank you, someone in green. Here are the recycling bins. Oh, there's a squirrel on top somewhere. Does it run away? Kitty's joined again. Kitty, you keep joining. I'm glad to have you joining often. You haven't left, Maddie, thank you. Yeah, you never leave. You're still on the right-hand side. Oh, now I have to be quiet again because this is the Portons. And if the Portons see me walking around in my Pikachu suit with my red shoes and my phone in my red case, they'll definitely think I'm crazy. See, look, the warden on duty in there. So if anyone sees any Pikachu walking around the campsite, they'll report to the wardens. A little bit here. I think all we've got is the general store, the arrivals car park, and the dog walking area. So we're safe for now until we get to reception. Oh, the general store's in there. When we get to reception, I might have to be a little bit quiet again whilst I sneak down into the theme park. Actually, I need to go. No, I need to go. Oh, do I need to sanitise my hands, do you think? I didn't actually touch the hedgehog, but just a moment. Actually, it's a bit hard to sanitise my hands without putting my phone. Okay. Is the camera blurry, really? Is it pixelised? Oh, that's a shame. So the car park out here was full again yesterday. No one's thrown a pun. Let's do a selfie in the summer fun booth. So the other day, 3 or 4 days ago, if you remember, I did a selfie in here with my umbrella when it was raining. Oh, hang on. I guess I've got to be able to see. Am I British? No, I'm Australian. So, summer fun. What done summer fun? There we go. Oh, I should do this in shots, people. Here we go. Thank you for the hearts. So I know you're here. Misty down here in the valley, but as per the other day, the signal seemed to be all right. Hopefully it'll last all the way to... I'm Australian, did I say, by the way? What did I say? Sarah Helen. G'day, Sarah. Sarah Ellen, sorry. Mixed you up. Kitty's back. You missed me. You missed me licking the V. Oh, I have to put that on my OnlyFans as well. Feeding Bub. How's everything going? When's the next one coming? I guess people are starting to ask that already, right? No. I hate that pressure. Is just so annoying. So look, what can I go and climb on here? Children must be supervised by an adult at all times. But it doesn't say that Pokemon need to be supervised. So I could go in there. But no, I can do better than that, I reckon. There's a better slide. 9 months old in a week. There you go, see? Is that a through a thoroughfare? Can I get right through there to somewhere else? How good is this to be able to go to a theme park before everyone else arrives? And you don't have to tell us what your answer is, by the way. Give me a year at least. Exactly. Come on, just getting through the... So I didn't notice really, Michael, when I walked through here the other day, this is quite lovely old rainforest, really. What I do for a living, I periscope in a Pikachu suit. Hang on, now we're getting the birth story. Oh, you had an emergency C-section. My wife had. People who haven't been through it probably don't want to hear all the details. So, where is... Look. I don't think I can go on this, because that's actually got to be turned on. I can go and play in here. How many kids do I have? Well, this is a good question. I don't usually reveal this on Periscope, but I have 4. I have 2 in Australia from my previous marriage, and they're 20 and 22. And I have... Oh, bye, Kitty. Kitty's gone because I'm talking about kids. Is that why? I don't know why. 5. All right. Yeah, people who've been through it don't need to know. Yeah, baby Kitty doesn't want to know about the kitty talk. I don't know. So my kids had a play in here the other day. Oh, I could do a... No, this is a bit tame, really. This is a bit tame. I could do a selfie next to the fellas. No, that's no fun. Yeah. You know, sometimes I think I have no restraint. But then I realise there are lots of things that I actually don't say, like for example about C-sections, look like a stranger. Does that mean I look dangerous? So, Gulma, you've been hanging around for a bit, tell me where you're from. Tell me about you. Don't be a stranger. Oh, Maddie and Kitty. Maddie's gone off with Kitty. They're really going to miss out on the fun. Because I'm going to... Saudi Arabia, Salam alaikum. I'm going to follow you. Muhammad. I don't know that this would be allowed in Australia, would it be? Would it, Michael? I don't reckon anyone would be allowing people to roam around in their play equipment like this. G'day, Sri. I followed someone, yeah. Where are the sacks? I don't need a sack, I've got a Pikachu suit. Okay, let's go. Ready? Oh. Here we go. Oh, I'll pick... Are we back? Oh, you lost me on the slide. That's terrible. Look, I came down the slide just for you, and now we lost signal. Don't! Then... Muhammad's back. Can you hear me? Can you see me? 16 people, no one else is back, or maybe you haven't rejoined. Anyone? Hello, Muhammad. Salam. I'm going to keep walking. Even if it's just for you, Mohammed. Lakbersvlgl is back. Unbones is back. Internet disconnected. I know, it's too difficult for the signal to get down here. 6 hours and 25 minutes of sleep I had last night. Not bad, I guess. Your country was very beautiful. Yes, so as I may have said when you were here before, I'm not British, I'm Australian, but I have... Look. I can't even tell if that's a cave or a door. G'day, Sree's back. Oh well. Oh, could be. Oh, Michael, you're here. I don't have your bubble, and I just, Are you back now, Michael? I just saw your comment that I keep looping. Anyway, I'm going to keep walking. If you can join, that's good. If you can't, I'm just going to enjoy. Michael, you're back. Did you see me at least going down the slide? What? 47. Super choppy. Well, yeah. Get in here. And Michael, if you can hear me. So Mark is he's a horticulturalist too. And we weren't really talking about plants, but we walked past a bunch of that yesterday on our way back from the castle. And he asked me, what do you call that? And I said, with confidence, Watsonia, because you told me the other day, and I can remember Watsonia because I lived near Watsonia in Melbourne. And I feel like I'm talking to myself again. Oh, Michael's typing something, and he called it something else. And I tried to Google, and there was some other name, but I think Watsonia is the botanic name, though, isn't it? Watsonia seemed correct to me. Look, so there's a little chapel here. Like it's a wedding chapel. Who'd like to get married here? Kitty and Maddie aren't even here. They could get married here. I think now that I'm no longer Kitty's daddy, it seems, Maddie and Kitty are free to get married. I guess. I mean, who am I? Who am I to know? No, well, I think that one we saw yesterday was the same as the one we have in Australia, but I might not have noticed. But certainly that, like in the Dandenongs or whatever, it's all over the place, I reckon. So here we are at the end of the line. Right, I went over there. There's a stream that goes down through here, and there's a sign that says no public access. However, over here, is a path that looks like it might head up around the top of the hill, so we might even get better signal. Oh, Chad, 79865574. Welcome to Periscope, or welcome to your new account. If you've been through that many accounts, you must be doing some naughty things on Periscope. Or maybe you didn't start at 1 or 0. Yeah, so there's grass out through there. G'day Troy Lee, 007. You're in the forest now. Let's get a bit of Pikachu in the forest action. Look. Internet is better. Good. Thank you, Mohammed. So I have not explored this path before. So we may come to a dead end, or we may come to a bit of fun, or we may just have fun along the way. You know, the journey. It's all about the journey, right? If I don't trip over, or if I don't tear my Pikachu tail on climbing over this tree. Is it worth going on? I think it probably is. No, I'm not a professor in university. Why do university professors wear Pikachu suits when they go walking in the forest? Okay. It's all about... Bloody hell. Okay, let's go. Tail first. We made it. Thank you for inviting me. So kind. Oh, now I'm getting snagged on the brambles. Oh, jeez. Oh. Mountain Mouse is here. G'day. It's the climb. What was that? Something Miley Cyrus, right? The tail is intact, I hope. So is anyone else wearing a suit with a tail as they're watching? All 21 of you? I don't know what the normal distribution in the population is. How many people are wearing a suit with a tail at any one point in time? Well, we seem to have reached a corner. G'day Abhishek 3. No suit, natural tail. All right. Bernard, lovely to hear from you. You know, it's always the weird questions that get people to talk. Good on you, Bernard. How long have you been watching for when you just suddenly said that? Okay, Mega Myozyugu. Why am I wearing a suit with a tail? Well, why not? I would ask you. Now, we've got a bit of a tunnel, a bit of a valley, a bit of a cavern, a canyon, and a door. Just a couple of minutes, all right. A door. Into a cave. Another cave. I explored a cave before. I don't know if you saw it. It was when we dropped signal. If I go in here, we'll definitely drop signal. What's in there? Nothing much. It's just around there. Surprised somebody's not living in there, about to jump out at me. Okay, we're still here. Scary. We're getting up to the sun here. It doesn't really feel like a path anymore. But it's clear which way I need to go. I feel like Indiana Jones Pikachu now. Oh, sorry, too many movie references from me. It's a bit much, isn't it? Me making 2 movie references in 2 minutes. Oh, I feel like I've got to remove my suit. Okay, and I think I know where that path goes. This looks like it's either a dumping ground or a ritual ground. I'm not sure which. Oh, a bit of a dumping ground here. There's something interesting looking in here, look. If Les Nurse was here, he'd have a good conspiracy theory on what this is. Hello, Angleterre. Bonjour. Denmark, is it? My obscure film references. Yeah, I don't know the real ones. Ça va bien. Et toi? So I don't know what that's supposed to be. Michael, any ideas? It's got some funny little attachment on the bottom, like a coil. The birds are singing. Are you in France? Is this so called? A water jar. Well, it looks like I guess it could be a water jar, but how are you supposed to get... Oh, they just dissolved the body there. It's probably... Let's see if it looks like the remains of a body. I should have been careful before I stuck my hand in there, shouldn't I? Just looks like leaf litter. Someone's thrown a bit of log in there. It's very weird. Like it looks homemade. It's got 3 legs. It's not really very well aligned. It's not like facing towards the... It's not in the clear as if it was like a water, like a rain gauge, a long-term rain gauge or something like that. That was what my first thought. It's like a rain gauge. But it's not flat, not straight sides. So it's not easy to, I don't know, maybe it's something off a ride that they just dumped here. It's strange that it's not big enough to be a compost. Well, it seems a bit of a waste of effort if it's a compost barrel. And there's no way to turn it or anything. Aren't you supposed to be able to turn it if it's a compost barrel? OC Dodger fan is here. In all capitals. Oh, which reminds me, where's, what's her name? Mrs. All Caps. Miss All Caps, I imagine. I can't even remember her name. Athena. Is she still been harassing you? I mean, jumping on your scopes, Michael? Jumping on you? Do you still love your sexy accent? So that's where I came. Oh, look, the sun's coming through there. It's nice. Nice little ray. Well, how far is London from my place? Well, that's an interesting question. So this is not my place. I'm camping, which is 3.5 hours from my place, but my place is half an hour from London. And I normally scope every day, except for when I don't, at this time around Woking, which is half an hour from London. But this is like, I guess, 4 hours from London. It's pretty much, probably about 3.5 to 4 hours. Maddie, you're back. You've missed all sorts of things. You've missed the Indiana Jones tunnel and cave. You've missed the strange looking water bottle over here. There was something I did specially for Kitty and she wasn't here. I don't know, really, you guys. The things I do for my super fans, and they don't even turn up. I might have to remove your superfan status. You're back and not leaving. Yeah, oh, that's right. You missed the wedding chapel. The wedding chapel. There's a lovely wedding chapel down here that I thought you and Kitty could get married. I figure since I'm not her daddy anymore, it probably frees you two to get married now. So there's a little wedding chapel. You can have a quickie marriage down there. I could be celebrant. How about that? Have your ex-daddy as your celebrant. Athena, she's still obsessed with your accent. I could possibly be convinced to go back there, but only if Kitty was here. There's no point just having you and I go for a wedding. Oh yeah. So that is a hole. And when I nearly stepped on it, I thought I saw a lizard with its head sticking out of the hole, but I think it was just that leaf. Oh well, that's true. And then I'd give her away from being my daughter. Well, that's true. We could probably arrange it for tomorrow, I guess. But Kitty might have to talk because she'd have to say her vows. She doesn't like to talk anymore. She just likes to listen to my sexy accent. She didn't even get me to twerk in my Pikachu suit. So we're going down, by the way. Just thought I should let you know that I'm going down in case we lose signal for privacy reasons. Oh, g'day Neil. Here you are. At last. You need to wake up early, you know, Neil. There's so much to be seen and done while you're still having your beauty sleep. Now just go to bed a bit earlier, or have a nap in the afternoon. You'll be all right, and you can enjoy all this in the mornings. Look, how's the holiday going? The holiday's going great. We had 4 nights booked. We were supposed to be going today. I went to reception and said, "This is so awesome, I want to stay even more." And I said, "How much longer would you like to stay?" And I said, "Well, 1 or 2 days, it's that good." And they said, "Okay, let's have a look. Let's see if your site is still available." They looked for tonight, 1 more night. Yes, you can have 1 more night. Oh, let's try 2 nights. Oh, Friday night, sorry, someone's in, so you can only stay 1 more night unless you want to move. And I said, "No, I'm not moving the tent, not after all that trouble." So 1 more night. So Kitty and Maddie, if you want to get married at the chapel, I'll show you the chapel, I guess. Look, it's Laura's Wood. Laura's Wood Wildlife Sanctuary. Enjoy the peace, tranquility, wildlife and Pokemon around you in this ancient wood. Okay, hopefully this is where the signal was terrible before. So hopefully haven't heard any complaints, haven't had any freezes and black screens yet. Laura has wood, yeah. Well, you know, people can do these things these days. More unsupervised equipment in here. Children must be supervised at all times. Pikachu can go by themselves. Oh, I need to go around the other side to show you the chapel properly. Give you the correct view. Look, we can take some nice photos from the bridge here. Maddie, you still here? Checking this out for a wedding location. What do you reckon? Some nice photos across the water. I caught your tweet, Michael. I think I woke up at 2 a.m. or something. Or one of the boys woke up at 2 a.m. I don't know what time it was. Something like that. You're here. Okay, look here. Look, what do you reckon? Look. Here's the reveal. Look. Cute little wedding chapel. Look, I'll even marry you for free. Do you want a religious service? I've got the 3-year-old and 5-year-old. Yeah, 2 a.m. I think Sam got tangled up in his sleeping bag or something. Needed a bit of help. So I listened to... yeah, okay, here you go. I listened to, what's it called? Coronacast for the second time. I think it was 3 times in the end. I listened to the first few minutes of Coronacast until I fell back asleep again. So what do you reckon, Maddie? I'll go around and go inside for you as well. Yeah, it can be a quickie. But you need it to be religious though. But can we rely on Kitty to be here? This is the trouble. I could even do a call-in scope, I guess. Gosh, it'd be another threesome. Shotgun wedding. Oh, really? you want me to go around and show you inside? Do you want to see what it's like in the pink? Yeah, Catholic. Kitty said she's Catholic as well before on one of these scopes. I don't know if it's true. I'm not a Catholic. I've never been a Catholic either. So I don't really know the proper Catholic rites. Right into the kinky stuff. Look. Yo, Pickles. Oh, I know Yo, Pickles. She's got the baby. They haven't split up, have they? I can't go in. It's all locked up. Oh, what? With the trickling water in the background. And no entry over here. Are we losing signal again? That's also another requirement, I guess, for a wedding location. You've got to have good signal if you want to live stream it. Kitty might not be happy with me though. Kitty might want me to be chasing her. She might not want me to be marrying her off. In your wedding finery. Should I go in the Flying Fox? We probably don't even have any signal. I'm going to go do some stupid thing again and no one will see. How often do I visit the UK? I live in the UK. So I've lived here for 5.5 years. And where in Saudi Arabia are you, Mohammed? Oh, that's you. Are you really here? If so, hello. I've got your bubble. I didn't see you come in or any comments from you. Oh, in the chapel. Do we have enough signal to do a maze? No, we don't have enough people here to do a maze. Maddie's back. Oh, Rastanura, no. So I lived in Al-Khabar and worked in Dammam. Really, Kitty wouldn't even get a fake marriage. Yeah. Well, you are the special one. We know that. She even dumped me as a daddy for you, so you've got to be pretty special. You know, I've got to justify my own rejection by thinking you must be so special. Which you could be. Or you wish you could be, or both. Wall and Dilly, yeah, exactly. That was a good one. I forgot what it was. Oh, do I know any English tutor for kids? That's a good question, actually. Mohammed, I could probably... It's been 10 years since I'm there, and a lot of the expat community moves on, but I could probably see if I could find out. So send me a DM on Twitter or on Insta, as per my profile, if you're really serious. And now you get to hear me panting. Maddie, I'm here to make you feel special. And Dilly is, you should be if you're not. Sanjay Salve is here. Oh, finally getting the heart rate up, 125. Finally getting the signal back, look. The sun's found us again. And still I haven't seen another soul. Oh no, I've seen one other person while scoping this morning. Someone coming back from the toilet. And I think they're still half asleep when they saw a Pikachu. But now that it'll be about 7 o'clock when I get back, I'll have to do the walk of shame. So I haven't actually been in this way, the Ninja Zone up here, and the Falconry Centre. But I think the Falconry Centre is actually closed. For health reasons, or all the indoor things are closed. Oh, there goes a squirrel. Right, so that must be the Falconry. Gosh, it's big, this place. The Avalanche. Oh, some other water slidey thing. Slow down, why? Give myself a heart attack. What is that? Arctic Gliders Alpine Dash. So there's just big slides there. Obviously some toboggan thing comes up on the conveyor, but I don't know what this is. Arctic Gliders Alpine Dash. Oh, g'day, Kimberly. Didn't see you come in. Well, yeah, sounds winterish. Yeah, maybe it's supposed to be, maybe it's, I don't know. But if it was like icy or something. But no, they're too narrow. Like they're only about 2 feet wide each lane. Yeah, I guess you slide down, but it's not very steep. I mean, there's like, the surface is made to be slippery, I guess. Although you wouldn't want to, you might get spiked if you were sliding just on your bums. Maybe you could run down. I don't know. Single riders only. Falling off and friction burns can occur on this ride. Okay, this is the correct riding position. So it's some sort of a toboggan-y thing, but it looks pretty tame. Wheelchairs will need to be left outside, so you can go on it if you're disabled. Oh look, there's more things over here. Another adventure playground thing. Oh, this looks like for the adults. That's too much for a Pikachu. All right, better go back. Better go back. Isn't it winter now? No, it's summer. This hemisphere, you know, Michael. We're a bit closer to the sun than you now, so it's slightly warmer. I know the temperatures look like it's your winter. So we keep, so the first night we were here, we walked through here just at 5:15 or something. We came in, or not this area, but somewhere else. Oh, sorry about that shaking around. G'day, Starlight. So we came here just as they were closing. They close at 5:30, which means the supervised rides close, right? But we were allowed to stay, and the boys played on that long slide and climbed up on the ropes and things. And of course they wanted to come back and do everything else. And so the second day we went off in the car somewhere exploring around the coast, and we said, well, you know, we'll come back when we come back. But then we came back. On the day we depart, we're actually allowed to come in here. So we might do that then. Pack up the car, leave our site and come in here for a bit. It's going to be very warm. At least it's not windy, not at this stage anyway. that's a good sign. Now, last time I went out around there, but I reckon I can get through here. Past the toilets. Anyone need to know? Yeah, I'm out dogging. No, I'm out Pikachuing. Look. Hello everybody. Pika. But if being out as Pikachu, never too early for that. I've been in my Pikachu suit all night, haven't you? Thank you, Farmer Giles. Oh, sorry about the floor. Oh, let's go this way. Alright, maybe I'll end it here anyway, because I'll get back amongst the tents and then I'll need to be quiet. Look, the first aid chalet. I look familiar. Oh yeah. Well, do you remember Mr. Simon? I was famous around Al-Khabar. Oh, there goes Mr. Simon. Okay, time to go. Let's leave it on some hydrangeas. This is the plant of departures. I don't know. G'day from Sydney North. Goodbye, Sydney North. All right. Bye, Crisco. Bye, Maddie. Bye, Michael. Bye, Mohammed. Thank you, Nurse, for the super heart. Oh, that's just reappeared. I don't think that's been here all the time. Bye-bye, Kimberly, Peregrine Took. Bye-bye, Adil. Oh, no, yeah, that's Mohammed. Who else have I got? I've got Dutchie here as a bubble, but I didn't hear anything from her, so that's it, Michael. The hydrangea of Hurus. Very good. Didn't quite get there. I was trying, but you've done it for me. Thank you very much. Okay, everyone, have a good night. Have a good day. See you this time tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, actually. Last day. I was going to do a wedding, but I think the wedding's off. Send me a message, Maddie. I'll follow you on Insta. Send me a message on Insta. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.